Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with an authentic unboxing for you guys with the new Jeffree Star Cremated Palette, and I wanted to give you guys a very real, authentic, genuine unboxing. So if you guys want to see what my opinions were of this product, then keep on watching. For starters, yes, I cut my hair. Clear the elephant in the room. I am here because I had placed an order with Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I got my hands on the new cremated palette, and I picked up some other things too. Now, realistically, I ordered twice through Jeffree Star. I placed this original order, what I just received right now, and then like literally 15 minutes later, I placed another order, but got that one prior to getting this one. I am ready to just crack this bad boy open, and let's go ahead and open her up. I'm so excited. Oh God. I bought the white marble makeup bag, which is much smaller than I thought it would be, but maybe that will help me condense my makeup collection. I love how soft the leather is on this, and it's much smaller than my current makeup bag that I'm using, which is so old and so dated, but I think it might be better to switch over to this, so then that way it's a little bit more condensed and I'm not using as much product. I had ordered one of the glosses, and I ordered the shade color Heaven's Gate. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this. So this is the component and this is the color, and once I'm finished playing with the cremated palette, so my whole intention of this video was to do an unboxing, first impressions, everything all in one. So we will jump into the makeup look I create in a second once I'm done with that, but I do plan on using this. Oh my God, it's so pretty. I do, it's like liquid diamonds. Here we are. What is this? Oh, the shipping. Well, here is the cremated palette. This is much bigger than I thought it was going to be, which like is fine. I would rather have a big hunky palette. So this is it, and I'm so freaking excited for this. 1, 2, oh my goodness. Look at these colors. Look at some of these sparkle shades. These are just sickening. It does feel like light but heavy, if that makes sense. And I don't even know, I don't even know where to begin. Jeffree had a lot of backlash when it came to the release of this palette, and I don't want to say that I disagree with a lot of people, but I think a lot of people are just being a little sensitive to the issue. I understand entirely where people were coming from because the name of the palette is Cremated, and it was right around the time where COVID was like on an increase. But people have to understand that these things have been in production for months, years. We all watched the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson series to understand how long it takes from a concept to a finished product. And with that, I just think it's so pretty. Everything about it is just, ugh. So when Jeffree released this on his Instagram, just this image right here, I didn't care what the color story looked like. I didn't care anything about it. I needed it. And I haven't had that since probably Blood Sugar. Now I say that I, haven't had that feeling about being jazzed about a makeup product since then. And that's not totally true. Jeffree has come out with plenty of palettes since then, and I've liked them, but I just haven't ordered them. And this one, I saw it, and then I saw the actual like color story inside, and I was like, there's no hesitation. I need this. Like, I don't like it. I need it. First thing I want to say is that I do have my whole face completely done. I have set my eyelids to get ready to play with this palette. My face is fully completed off camera. And I just really wanted to focus on the eyes, and then obviously I wanted to top everything off with the gloss. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. There's a lot of gray tones in here, and my eyes are pretty naturally gray. They have a lot of yellow reflectance, which is why I tend to pull a lot of gold, but I don't have like a silvery gray neutral palette, but this is answering all of my dreams. I'm gonna go in with the shade color Life Insurance. I'm going in with Life Insurance, and I'm just using a angled brush just to kind of put that in my crease. It's very powdery. Just based on that little tiny bit I had on there, it pretty much covered my whole crease. Next, and I think I want to go with the shade, let's go in with Wednesday next. And I'm just going to take this on a small tapering blending brush part to kind of blend into Life Insurance. I'm barely barely dipping in to the powder, but it just seems to be blending super nicely. Y'all misbehaving. Okay, back to business. I will say one thing, that there is a lot of fallout in the pan, but when it comes to putting it on the actual lid, I'm not noticing that much fallout. They are very powdery, but they're not powdery in the sense that they're like going everywhere on my face. When I'm laying the product down, it's kind of staying where it needs to be, which is good. So I'm really happy about that, but there is a lot of fallout in the pan, which I think I should specify. I'm gonna go with the shade color RIP. And I think I'm gonna take that same tapering brush and just kind of deepen the outer corner. Like really focusing just right on that outer corner. I know when Jeffree did his release video for this palette, a lot of people said that like all the shade colors look the same. But if I'm gonna be honest with you, just sitting here right now looking at the palette, like, yeah, it's a gray palette. It's gray, it's white, it's black. It's a very neutral palette. But when you're looking at some of the colors, especially in the ring light, a lot of the colors just look so differently than one another. Like, I know a lot of people said that like Wednesday and Solemnly Swear and Eulogy all look the same. Looking at them, you can totally tell that they are different colors. Like, they're different shades of that same color. They might be very similar in the same color family, but they are different. And I really want to smoke everything out a little bit more. Let's go in. I want to add a little bit of gray. So I'm going to take another blending brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade color. You know what? Let's go in with Solemnly Swear. I'm just going to kind of keep smoking out that outer crease. Because I don't want to lose my highlight just yet, I think I'm going to go into the shade Casket Ready down here and just highlight my brow bone. Shade color Hearse up here, which it looks like is a true black. And I really, again, want to just deepen up this outer corner right here. Definitely want to get in there and play with some of these like sparkly shades because they're just way too pretty not to. So I think the first thing I want to go into is starting with a good base on this inner corner and like the lid portion. I think I want to go in with Mortuary Beautician, which is this color right here. I'm just going to start with this in the center part of the lid. And now I don't have a wet brush or anything, but I kind of want to layer up some glitters in a second. I'm leaving this inner corner because I'm definitely going to want to brighten this up because this is a very gray, smoky look. So we're going to kind of play with this on the outside and then brighten everything up in the center. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade color Pallbearer up here. And again, just kind of brightening that sparkle that I already put down and just giving it a little bit more brightness to the eye. Pallbearer is definitely giving me like liquid gunmetal vibes to it. I'm kind of obsessed. I think I'm going to go in and I want to brighten this. I stick my finger in it. I'm going to go ahead and brighten up this inner corner here. So I'm going to go in with the color Death Flow and just kind of create a little bit of a base for something really blinding like Diamond Ashes to go in. I know that I mentioned earlier in this video that there is a lot of fallout in the pan, and now that I'm noticing there's a lot of fallout on the lid as well too, but it isn't something to like discourage you because you see how easy these colors like all blend together. And for me, fallout's not the end of the world. You can definitely tell that Death Flow is a lot more powdery than the rest of the shadows that I've used thus far, but it's still a really good like white pigment. For me to just jump into that inner corner with no sort of like concealer or anything, that's a pretty white pigment. And, you know, I think with whites, they tend to be a little bit more chalky. I don't want to say that this is chalky because this is very pigmented for it being a very white color. I'm going to go into the shade Diamond Ashes. I'm going to just try to really brighten that up and then blend it into Pallbearer and Mortuary Beautician. Diamond Ashes is very similar in consistency as Pallbearer, which is a very chunky glitter. And it's not really blending how I really want it to. That could be something like wetting the brush, or even the brush that I'm using just isn't the best quality of it. But this is a first impression, so I obviously want to give you my very first impressions. And that was a chunky boy that just fell from my eye. I want to play with all those glitters, and I want to see if those chunkier glitters are all the same consistency, because Pallbearer put down a really nice shimmer. Diamond Ashes was a little bit more chunkier. So I want to see if Angel of Death is anything like that. I'm going to put that on the very inner corner and kind of blend all three shimmers together. Say a prayer because I'm not very confident. Pretty content with this eye look for the time being. Again, this is a first impressions. So I'm going to put this guy back on here so we don't ruin him. I'm going to throw on some liner and some lashes, and then I'm going to jump in with the gloss and give you my final thoughts. I wanted to take the gloss in Heaven's Gate, and I wanted to put this on over Christmas Cookie, which is one of my all-time favorite Jeffree Star Cosmetics shades, and I am so excited to try this out. Okay. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I want more. I need more. Oh my goodness. Jeffree Lynn got me feeling like a whole glazed donut out here right now. Oh my goodness. This was me playing with the Cremated Palette on a very first impressions. Literally opened it on the box on camera for you guys. I know everybody will look at this on a very first impression and say, okay, they all look the same. But when you have it physically in your hand, there's just so many different types of neutral colors in here. Like you have a lot of grays, but then you have like some purpley grays, and then you have like greens, and it's just having it in my hands in person is so much prettier than seeing it online. The concept of it is dark, it's morbid, it's something that I totally jive with if you know me in real life, and I love everything about it. Are a little powdery, there is some fallout in the palette. I want to be completely fair and honest with the review. I don't want to sit there and say this is the best palette ever. If fallout is something that you kind of knock against a palette, this is a very powdery palette. However, that was a lot of P's in one sentence. Everything blended out so nicely. I also think that some of those shimmer shades just really help edge everything together, but I think some of those chunkier glitters you're gonna have a little bit of a harder time with. But I think if you take the right precautions, and if you wet your brush, or if you use the right kind of brush, I think that will certainly help too. I definitely find myself going to be grabbing this a lot just because this is my perfect everyday palette. I haven't been excited about Jeffree Star products in a really long time, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, but this just made me fall back in love. It made me fall back in love with makeup and wanting to create looks. I can't even begin to tell you how many looks I want to create with that palette, so you probably will be seeing another Get Ready With Me with a lighter look. So many possibilities of looks that can be created with this thing. I'm excited. 10 out of 10. Fire flame emojis. I'm so excited for this product, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you like my videos, if you like my content, and if you like me, feel free to subscribe by hitting the button down below and getting notified when I post new videos. I will be sure to list all my social medias down below, as well as my website, and you guys can go find that over at sarahlock.com. 2 H's, 2 K's. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and go. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Love you always. Stay safe. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye. It's the first time I ever free-handed drew eyeliner on. That's amazing. You guys are probably wondering what happened to the gold digger sign behind me. I'm not proud to admit this, but Big Booty Judy knocked it off her wall one night while trying to put pants on. I feel like Moth, and I'm just like lamp. I wonder, like, beauty influencers are always squinting because your ring lights are so freaking bright. My future's so bright I need stunning shades. It's too bright. Like, I can't sit here and stare at the ring light the whole time because I'm gonna. To be completely honest, whoa, why are you moving? I've never done an unboxing. Okay, that's a lie. The basis of my whole freaking channel.